notion, this is the piece that I think is worth spending more time on, which is to say, why should a client hire you over a competitor? If it's an eye for an eye, you're two firms sitting next to each other and you seem to have very similar experience, what is your, what we call in my agency your unfair advantage? What is it that your competitor cannot lock in that you just have inherently as a part of your model that is the kind of secret sauce? What makes your design process unique? This is often that piece, which is there's something in there that you can unlock that a competitor cannot. What does only your firm do? Maybe you have a really great calling card, something that you brought to the table that you're, an integrated developer, architect, etc. You manage construction in a certain type of way. Whatever that is, you can pull that out. And so the brand messaging, I would say, is the most valuable piece. This triangle is something I use as a sort of tool to help. This is, by the way, this triangle we usually spend like months working on, so I'm going to collapse it. In terms of what it is that you can carve out as your messaging. So what are you known for? In OMA's case, they're known for these sort of trailblazing, mostly cultural buildings and really wild, kind of crazy architecture that really works and people love it. Whereas, SOM by comparison is kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's very sober, but it's very powerful. It's sort of recognized. It has this kind of staying power. Foster Partners, for example, are really known for having very precise, no mistakes buildings. And that's an interesting comparison to OMA, which is a little bit more experimental, a little bit more wild. But the important thing is that clients are self-selecting through that process. They can hear themselves reflected in one of those sort of worlds, and that's often how these things are decided. Who your audience is obviously very important if you're a multifamily developer versus doing residential or large-scale commercial work. It's how you're speaking to them is very different because your constituency is different. How you do it, this is among the most valuable pieces because that's where you can differentiate yourself in terms of the value that you bring to the table. And why, I think, is a really also very compelling piece of, why do you